All right, my last video, I talked about winning the morning battle. And you might be thinking, well, all right, you tell me to win the morning battle, but how do I make that easier or attainable for me? How do I actually win the morning battle and make it a consistent process? There's a book out there called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, which is a great book. If you've read Think and Grow Rich, you might have been led to this particular book. And in this book, Napoleon Hill has a interview with the devil, who may or may not be what you think it is. And actually, the devil turns out to be not what you think, not a religious or an actual physical entity with a red guy with horns and whatnot. So if you haven't read it, check it out, but I'm going to give you the synopsis. So essentially, he's having this interview with the devil, and the devil tells him that what kills most people, or what destroys most people, is when they fall into hypnotic rhythm. And hypnotic rhythm is described in the book as a habit, good or bad, where you do it so frequently and it becomes such a rhythm that it becomes part of your being, like it becomes part of your life and your character, that it becomes interwoven into your character almost. And it's so hard to break when that happens, nearly impossible. I'm not saying it is impossible if that's you. Shit, almost got eaten by a cricket. If that's where you're at in the negative way, then you might want to try and change that as quickly as possible. But read the book, it'll shed some light on the subject. Anyways, hypnotic rhythm can be also used for good. So the more frequently that you actually work out and that you actually do good in physical activity, could be money, could be saving money, could be doing physical exercise, could be showing love to your spouse. It could be any of those things where you can build hypnotic rhythm into your life, where in a certain action becomes so interwoven into your character and your life that it's nearly impossible to not do that. And that's what I, and I'm sure a lot of other fitness people have done in their lives, is over a period of 5, 10, 15, 20 years, even more, you've done a certain action so many times that no matter how hard you try not to, it's part of your day. I could literally not go to the gym for a week, but I'll miss it so much. I'll miss the result and the feeling I get from it so much that I'll be forced to go by my own drive. And that's what happens to people who smoke cigarettes and fucking drink a lot of alcohol and whatnot, is that you'll try to quit for a week, but the feeling that you get from it, the feeling you so desire, will drive you back to it. And that's hypnotic rhythm. I mean, when you do something so frequently for so long, it becomes so part of your character in your life. Now, that won't happen in 6 months. Let's say you pick up a pack of cigarettes when you're 18 for the first time, and you smoke a cigarette. It doesn't taste that great. And then, say you don't pick up another one, you don't pick up another cigarette for 5 months, but then you do it again at another party, and then you don't do it again for a year. Okay, I'd say you're not in danger of building that bad habit, unless it starts to be more frequent and more frequent and more frequent. The same goes for a good habit. So if you are starting to go to the gym and it's the first of the year, it's January 1st, and you go to the gym for an hour, and then you don't go back for a month, all right, you're not in the zone where you're going to start to get in shape yet, but it's better than nothing. So you go to the gym at the end of the month on the 30th, January 30th, okay, cool. You went again twice in a year, all right, and then The next month, February, you go on the 2nd, and then the 5th, and then the 10th. You're still not like doing it at a point where it's going to create that lifelong habit building and like hypnotic rhythm and it suck you in for life. But you're getting there, and that's with the bad habits as well. So if you pick up a beer, chug a beer, all right, cool. Go to a party, you enjoy it, sweet. And then you don't go for a month, and then you don't go for another 6 months, and then you're going away from the bad habits. And that's the point, is to win the morning. To win the morning, you have to get up every day. You have to start the process of rewiring yourself to make it so much of a habit that you don't even think about it anymore. When the sun comes up, I'm up. That's me particularly. But that's not everybody. I've been in the military for a long time, and you just get up early, right? But not everybody likes it. I personally love going to bed at 9:30 and getting up at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and getting my day started. And that works for me. Maybe that doesn't work for you. But if you want it to start working for you, if you feel that you need that, then you have to start. You have to start that rhythm of it's happening again, it's happening again. And then you start to become so addicted to that it just becomes so natural for you and such a easy part of your life. Like running, for me, is a habit. Sometimes I don't go to the gym and lift weights, but I always go running. So to me, it's just part of my day. Every day that I wake up, I start thinking about, as soon as I wake up, literally every single day. It's not like I wake up and think, oh, am I going to work out today? It's like, what am I going to do today? That's the question, really. Like, not if I'm going to do something, but what am I going to do? And if I don't do something, if I don't work out, it's almost as if, like if a crackhead doesn't have their crack, like that's it. Like it's just like that for me. Like you're like, oh shit, like I should be. I feel like I should be doing something, even if it's a rest day. And that's an addiction, of course. But there are addictions that make you better, and there are addictions that kill you. And that's heavy. Like that's something that we all have to deal with. It's like if you have the habit of not brushing your teeth, right? Okay, then what's the result? Decaying teeth. Well, if you have the habit of not going to the gym and not working out, what's the result? You become unconditioned and pretty much unfit for survival. Now, one might argue that someone with a lot of body fat might live longer, right? But they haven't built the habit of going out, hunting, gathering, movement, long distance endurance, shit like that. So there's a good and a bad to everything. So you got to think about that. What are your choices? What are your options in life, and what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to accomplish? And that's it. It's not what society's doing. It's what you decide to do based on what's up here for you. I was having a conversation with somebody where we were talking about how to stop yourself from making bad choices. How to force yourself to make the good choices in life. How do you stay away from the bad foods, choose the good ones that are going to help you to achieve your physical fitness goals? Me personally, I like a lean body. On me personally, for myself, I like to be lean. So every day I have to make the choices that align with that, align with that goal. Or what's the result? I won't have it. If I don't do the things that I need to do, that the universe says you have to do to have that certain result, then you won't have it. So that's the hard choice to make, is is not drinking, not eating donuts, not going to In-N-Out, not fucking eating Taco Bell and all that shit, is that holding you back? Well, you have to not do those things if it makes you feel like shit. Whatever it is that you do that makes you feel bad, the easiest and most simple thing that you can do is cut that out of your life, and then what will happen? You will start to feel better. So, my advice is, do less of the things that make you feel like shit, and do more of the things that make you feel better. All my videos are pretty much based on how to get those good results. My goal isn't to be the most ripped or to be the most in shape person on earth. It's literally just to feel good when I wake up in the morning. When I feel good about my life, I want to do more. I want to do more good. I want to help people out. I want to go save people. I want to use my body for something good in this world. And how do you do that? You got to stay in a good, sharp, positive mindset upstairs. And the only way that you can really do that effectively is to take care of your mental health and your physical body. And those go hand in hand. You cannot have a great physique without having a disciplined routine. I'm not saying that everyone who is in shape is good, is a force for good, because there are plenty of evil people who are in shape. But the one thing that they all have in common is that their discipline, their routine is held to a high standard. So if you can be that person who has a amazing routine and you have a positive mindset on life, then you're going to do nothing but good. Your energy, your positive energy is going to come out as a force for good. And all that comes back to getting up at peace with yourself and having discipline enough to keeping your body in shape and doing the right things. And all that comes down to is winning the morning and doing the same fucking routine every single day, or at least 90% of the time. You got to get up. You have to keep promises to yourself. You have to. When you make a promise to yourself that you're going to get up in the morning and do a workout, you have to do it. You cannot lose that battle. The more times that you promise yourself that you're going to do something and then you fall through, not follow through, you that falls apart, the more times that happens in your life. Let me wait for this truck to go by. The more times that you do not follow through with what you say you're going to do for yourself, how do you expect to do anything for others? You can't even expect that of yourself. If you can't follow through on a promise to yourself, then you can't follow through on a promise to others. You have to be able to do for yourself what you said you were going to do. If you said you're going to wake up and meet people for a run at 6 a.m. and go to the run club or whatever, or you're going to go to the gym with your gym partner and you call them at 10 o'clock at night because you're at the bar and you don't want to fucking get up early in the morning and you bail, don't do that. I'm not even going to tell you where that road is going to lead you, but it's not going to lead to anything good. Not following through on your word, on what you say you're going to do for others, it's just going to lead to self-destruction. 100%. Don't be that guy or girl. It's not a good thing. But getting up and winning the morning, eating right, getting in shape is all about building that hypnotic rhythm, that solid routine that's as fucking strong as steel. Like, you cannot be broken. And if you start to practice these things little by little, go back and watch one of my other videos where I'm just talking about small atomic habits. Check the book out, Atomic Habits. Small habits over a 20-year period of time are going to turn into carbon fiber, just hard, 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 cannot be broken routines. Check it out. Check the books out that I mentioned. They work for me. I'm sure they're working for everybody who reads them. Stick to the good habits. Stick to your word. You say you're going to get up and do it. That's it. I'm out.